Hello folks, this is the video I've been thinking of making for a little while, and I've watched this kind of video with YouTubers I follow in the past and always found it really interesting and a bit eye-opening, sometimes one way or t'other. Just being completely open and honest in this video, I'm showing you everything I earn. We'll get to all the numbers in a minute. One thing I do want to say though, is I'm not doing this to give myself a pat on the back and say, oh look how great I am. Nor am I doing the opposite and saying, oh woe is me, look I'm only earning this from doing this and putting all these hours in and stuff. I'm just giving you the facts and telling you what I earn from what I do. I guess the final thing to point out is obviously I do some promotions on my videos, like I promote Readly or HelloFresh or Amazon or Lease Loco. I only promote companies that I use. I got offered an obscene amount of money the other day to do a 30-second read at the start of a video, and I wouldn't do it. And I wouldn't do it because it was for some weird cryptocurrency app that I'd never heard of, and all the communication suggested to me that it might be a bit dodgy. I'm never going to promote anything that I don't use or don't believe in. If someone sends me a product to do a review, or I get a car to review and I don't like it, I'm going to tell you I don't like it. If you don't believe in me, then you're not going to watch me. That's the way I look at it. So there you go. Anyway, enough of my waffle. Let's get on to the numbers. What YouTube pays you is a bit of a joke. And but there you go, it is what it is, and it's down to me to make better content and more content and to grow it a bit. So you can see here, these are my views. I've had 1.2 million views now on the channel, so thanks to everyone that watches. Videos in total have been watched for 114,000 hours, which is about 13 years, I believe, and I've got 12,000 subscribers now, so brilliant. Thanks very much to everyone that's watched, everyone that's subscribed. All that work, and it's about, I think I've got about 150 something videos currently live, and over the time I've been on here I've probably made 175, 180, but I've deleted some that just didn't work, weren't very good, or I've redone a few where, you know, things have updated in time. Some of those things you learn more as time goes on, or things change, so you need to revisit them. So I've probably made 175, 180 videos in total for 1.2 million views and 114,000 hours of watch time. YouTube have paid me 4,693. There's this thing called RPM, and RPM is the rate per mil. So it's how much you actually earn per 1,000 views. So this is the amount that YouTube are earning, £8.90 per 1,000 views. And this is the amount they pay me, £4. And you can see that through the year, there are sort of peaks and troughs with this, but this is the key one to look at. So my best ever month was October, and it was not long after I got monetized. You can probably see where I got monetized right there. So right at the start of September, basically 31st of August, start of September is when I got monetized. And what happens with quite a few channels is they seem to get a massive rise in views just after they're monetized. So you can see I was getting about, say, on average 400 or 500 views a day, and then I get monetized and suddenly it starts to go up. This is about a month after I was monetized, and then I had this weekend, which is still my best few days ever. Had a weekend where I was getting 35,000 views a day, and I got a couple of thousand subscribers, and that was huge for me. I'd love to have another one of those now. God knows I need one. It was totally random. It's a couple of videos that had been out for a while. It was this one, Most Unreliable Cars in the UK, which is just me going through an article on what car. And I think this one, Fastest Depreciating Cars, and then this one, the Most Reliable Cars, which obviously the flip side of this one. And those three just did really well out of nowhere and then just sort of died off again. Then the next big peak you'll see up here, which was the start of January, was this one. And it was, obviously it's got quite a clickbaity title, but it's a video I'm quite proud of. It's the one about the HPI checks and how a lot of people are fooled by them. So they've been my two big peaks. And then aside from that, you know, it just kind of ticks along a bit. And on these days that tick along, you maybe earn 15 quid, something like that. And on these big days, you may, you know, I think my best day ever was this one. And I had a really good RPM at the time. I think it was about 7 quid a thousand, 6 quid a thousand. So that's how you get paid by YouTube. And it's basically, you get paid by not the number of subscribers you've got. It's a common misconception. You get paid by how many times your adverts are shown. Different types of channel attract different types of advertisers and different kinds of budgets. So if I was sitting here talking to you about investments and which stocks and shares to go for, my RPM, instead of being 4 quid a thousand, might be 25 quid a thousand. That's not me. I talk about cars, unfortunately. Unlucky for some. Let's go through the other bits and bobs, because obviously the YouTube earnings are only part of what I earn. I obviously promote things on my channel. So I've been monetized for 7 months, but some of this affiliate income came before I was monetized on YouTube, because there's nothing to stop you doing those promotions before you get monetized on YouTube. So in total, I've had £4,693 from YouTube. I've had £1,900 from affiliates. I've had £2 from my channel merch, and 50 people have bought me a coffee, which is great. If you go onto that service, they don't actually charge anything, but PayPal take a cut. So you pay 3 quid to buy me a coffee, PayPal take a cut, and I get what's left. I've had 135 quid for that. Thanks massively to the people that do that as well, and especially to Mike, who's my sole subscriber. Mike buys me a coffee every month. So thank you so much for that. These are all only small amounts of money, but honestly, it means something that someone actually wants to support what you do. So in terms of the affiliates, some of them pay quite well and some of them are awful. Now, most of the terms of the affiliate contracts mean you cannot disclose what you earn. So I can't go into that in more detail, but I'd be absolutely happy to, because I'm completely transparent about these kind of things. What I will tell you is the first one I had was Amazon. I don't know how many videos I've asked people to use my Amazon link. And, you know, people do from time to time. Not that often, I must admit, but I think I've had 28 quid from Amazon. Yeah, some of them are just really small fry, but I've used Amazon constantly for I don't know how many years, so only seems right to promote it. I'm probably only going to promote Amazon in future when I'm using an item or talking about an item that's available to purchase on Amazon. It makes sense to do it that way, really. So that's how it works out. I've sort of roughly worked out that 175 YouTube videos have taken me 525 hours to put together, and that gives me an hourly rate of £12.83. In terms of turning this into a living, I know that it's a long-term thing, YouTube. It's not a short-term gain. And what I really want to show you from this is if you just want to make a YouTube channel to earn money, and you want to do it by just making videos about things you're interested in, there are probably better ways you could earn money. You could probably earn a lot more than this doing something else with your life. Where it is a really great tool is if you've got another business like a brick and mortar store or an online store, or you offer a service, something like that. It's brilliant, brilliant marketing. I will at some stage be doing another channel about business, and in that I'll explain just how great a marketing tool YouTube can be, especially for small businesses and trades and anything that involves any kind of craft. But if you want to sit and talk to a camera and make money from it, it's not a great earner at all. I'm going to try and do obviously more of this now. I've mentioned in several videos, but I'm having a bit of change in my work life, and I need to start earning some proper money from this. My day job at the moment, I earn more than that a month. I take home more than that a month. Obviously, I've got some work to do. I don't need to earn that much. Probably in the next 12 months, I need to get just my YouTube earnings 20 grand at least, 25 grand at least, and then everything else on top of it. And hopefully that's enough for me to just start covering the bills and making a living, really. And then from that point on, hopefully it just grows steadily. A channel like mine's never going to be huge. I'm never going to have 1 million subscribers or anything like that, but I'd like to think I could maybe get to 50,000 or maybe even a little bit beyond that. And who knows how it will develop in future. It really is hard work. I probably make it look easy because I'm such a buffoon and I'm so badly prepared at times, and my camera work's not the best and everything else, but it is a slog. Now, my channel's never going to be filled with clickbait and things like that. I do sometimes have to use some slightly clickbaity titles and thumbnails, because if you don't, people don't watch. And it's like the asking for likes thing. I know it annoys people, but when I don't ask for likes, I'll get like 50% fewer likes. And that means probably 50% fewer views. And that means 50% less income. At the end of the day, you watch Sky TV, you pay a subscription. You watch ITV, you get a load of adverts. You watch YouTube, you've got to listen to a fat bloke asking you for a like sometimes. What I would say for people that have got a small business and they want to start a YouTube channel to support it, you can go over to my business page, udefine.co.uk. You can book in a half an hour consultancy with me, and I'm happy to answer your questions free of charge. You do learn so much about marketing. I've got marketing qualifications. I've been in sales and marketing for donkey's years. But you learn a lot more about marketing from YouTube, and you learn quite a lot about different audiences. Yeah, there's a lot to it, There you go. I hope you found that interesting. Just a little peek behind the curtain, I suppose. And you can see just how much money people do make from YouTube. There are all these stories about YouTube millionaires and all the rest of it. But a lot of people that you see, that you watch all the time, are earning, fairly modest income from it. So I'm taking a gamble and having a go at it full time. Not many people get the opportunity to do that. I consider myself to be in a very lucky position that I can have a go at doing that. Don't get me wrong. If we get 6 months in and it's not growing as I hope it should be, really have to reassess whether it's worthwhile having a YouTube channel, I suppose. But it's sort of become a bit of a part of me now. The other thing I haven't factored into this is how many hours I spend responding to comments and doing my social media and all that other stuff. If you've got accounts on any kind of social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, I'm on all of them. On Twitter, Not a Guru 3. On Instagram, it's Not a Guru Jim. And on Facebook, it's definitely Not a Guru. I have neglected the social media a little bit and haven't tried to push it enough, but I really need more followers on those. It's a bit embarrassing. I've got 12,000 people follow me on YouTube, and I think I've got about 150 on Instagram. So yeah, let's try and do something with that maybe. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, guys. A little bit of a peek behind the curtain. Don't want to put anyone off starting a YouTube channel, not at all. And certainly if you've got a business, YouTube can be an amazing marketing tool for you. But if you want to do it and start it as I did, which is just me talking to a camera, you might be shocked by how little you earn, certainly in the early days. I'm hoping that now I can sort of push on a little bit from this. But, be realistic. Remember how much work it takes to do it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.